There we are. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Chandler's Cottage. How are you this morning? You good? I'm on time. Not like Thursday night. We did have very good excuses. Yep, running up and down those stairs, maybe not a good idea at the last minute before we go live. Good morning, Joe, Diane, Jimmy, hello. Good morning, Nancy Cook. Lovely to see you again. It's been a very busy couple of weeks, hasn't it? My goodness. We had a lovely day. I'll just quickly tell you while we're waiting for everyone to drop in. We had a lovely day on Friday. We had the Mornington Peninsula Patchworkers pop in, if I can use that term kind of informally, pop in on a great big bus with some friends from Western Port Quilters and some others. It was lovely. And so we now know we can get a big bus up the driveway, and maybe all I need to do in future is ring the bus company beforehand and reassure the bus driver that when he gets to the top of the drive there is room for his bus. We had a great morning with the girls, had morning tea, it was lovely, and then the day just continued and we had lots of lovely locals and, oh no, not just locals, Imelda Kavanagh and co from across town visit. So it's been a very big kind of switch, changeover, transition for us to get to see people in person again. But that does not mean I am not going to spend Sunday mornings with you or a week during the week, because I would miss you terribly. And this will all keep going. It's just a little bit of extra going on now. Donna, good morning to you. Oh, lovely sunrise icon. I love that. Kate, good morning. I can see you're here. Good morning, Carol and Chris. How are you this morning? Karen DeWilt, hello up there. Denise, hello over there. Hello, Del Carmody up there. Doreen, good morning. Francis, Jackie, the team's all in the building. Nadia, you have missed the last couple, but you can go and watch them. It's fine. And Thursday nights is now up on the Chandler's Cottage YouTube channel as well, if you want to have a watch. Gee, I hope I put it under the right section now. I think I missed a button. I'll go back and check that. I'll pop this one up as well. Marie Carroll, good morning. Sue McGonchi's in the building with Jane. Kathy O'Hearn, Glenda, Lois. Right, everyone's getting on board. Listen, I'm going to get started straight away. I'm not going to lie to you. We're going to be out the door just after 9 o'clock this morning. A couple of things to do. If you're going to the Lang Lang Quilt Show this morning, I might see you there. But we do have a few things that we need to do today. Oh, and not to mention next Sunday, but I don't want to take up too much of your time because we've got a few precious kind of weekends left, haven't we, where the weather is sort of pulling us outside. So I thought we will crack on and get going. Also going to the Longwarry Market this morning. So if you're a local, I might see you there afterwards. And just quickly, next weekend again, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we will be open. So remember, make sure you're on the newsletter list. I've spoken to Cass. It's going to go out probably Tuesday afternoon. You can pre-book a morning tea pack if you want to have it with a complimentary cup of tea or coffee while you are here, and we will be open for the whole 3 days. Now, we are just Fridays, but Rob and I have decided that this weekend and the King's birthday weekend, we will be open the 3 days. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Friday, Saturday, Mother's Day. You might want to bring your mum out or get your daughter to bring you out or get your son to bring you out. And then King's birthday weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I'll pop all that in the newsletter for you. And it won't interfere with our Sunday shows. We will still be here in the morning. So yes, lots of fun times ahead. But let's get started. Now, check out, it's all here. All of my ancient stuff from Robert Kaufman has arrived. So I'm going to run through that for you this morning and give you a look now that the whole lot's here. So I know some of you have grabbed it when you've been in here or possibly online. And I know I pre-warned you there was more coming. So I want to show it to you all this morning. And then we're going to get started on this multi-pocket purse. A little bit of a chicken or an egg thing for me. I will do the pattern, and I'm going to do it from this one I'm making and a second one, but at the same time I really want you to see how it's done. We did it with some hexagon fabric not long ago, and to me it's really important you understand the process. Another one for the handbag design book that's happening, but I really want you to see the process. Then I'm going to finish the pattern. Then you'll be able to purchase the pattern if you don't think you can do it on your own, or if you are, of course, in a Quilter's Life, the pattern will go in there. And with the Quilter's Life members, I'm going to pop some more tips in when I pop the pattern up. So, and in there as well, just for members as well, at the moment as I'm, oh, that's not the right camera. Sorry. What do I want? I want this one. As I mentioned, I think last week, there's so much stuff now in AQL Makes. This will be the start of us starting to break it down into different sections for all the makes. So we'll have a bag section, we'll have a quilt section, we'll have miscellaneous section in there, okay? Under your $10 membership, so we'll pop that in. You'll have that this week, and we'll have a bit more of a chat in there as well about it. You got a chat yesterday about the chicken saga. They're all fine, but if you haven't caught up in the Catch Up with Leesa bit, there's a little bit of gossip for you. Right, so before we get on to these, there are 3 legends back in the building. So, as Emma likes to say, back in the day, when we set up our little shop in Beaumaris, and I was obsessed with Robert Kaufman fabrics way before I designed for them. I loved all of their fusion collection, loved it. And in their fusion design, with design number is 5573, there were over 100 colours then. 100 colours they had. And we had them all up on a wall, very similar to what we've now got in the shop. And again, if you can't come, I will pop photos of the colour wall and a couple of other bits from the shop shed into the newsletter for you this week. So we had the whole lot. And then when I started designing for them, I could take those and use those as reference for the colours going into my fabrics. And then when they sent out all the header cards to the sales reps around the world selling my fabric or anyone else's, on the top of the header card, you've seen one, but it's like the big cardboard strip, like when you go and choose upholstery fabric or something like that. Across that top, they would have all of their standard ongoing coordinates that would go with the range that you were looking at. And so these ones I'm going to show you were always on my header cards, and I'm pretty sure this is it, but the pink one I've got here was designed to match my fabric because they didn't have the right colour pink first time round. Luckily for me, I don't think I did it consciously, but when I did my second round under our own label, under the Textile Pantry, not the guys at RK anymore, the pink still worked that they had originally done. So I'll show these to you quickly because to me it's important you know that we've got these in the building. They're not in any of the Stash Essential packs at the moment because they've just come in, but I want to show you the two and you'll go, oh yeah, I remember that if you go that far back with me. So this one under here is Blush, beautiful pink, and I've popped that under today's word, and the word, if you saw it on the back of the stand, is ancient. So this is our word for today because of the Robert Kaufman collection we've got up now. So this is Blush, and it's gorgeous, and you can see it's that lovely rich dusky pink, but I love the fact, can you leave that there, there's not just one pink. So again, remember how we talk about this one's got 5 screens of pink in there, and so you've got all the shades that you need to match up to anywhere within this floral. It's not really a Melba pink. I auditioned it last night and I was like, nah, I don't think so, but I will do it again in the daylight and just double check it. But if I lay that over that, you can see it picks up all the pale ones. But then if I pop the Waratah up, now I haven't tagged my guys this morning, okay, but on the home page you can click on it under the Australian Sun section. It will bring up all the fabrics and everything in there. But if I go back and lay over the darker Waratah on the bigger one, you can see that it just picks up then all the darker colours as well. So they're really, really versatile fabrics to use. Good morning, Pilar Bernadette. Ines, good morning. In Costa Rica, Linda, good morning. I'm guessing that Pilar's also in Spain. Or she's in Spain, Rob? You can read Spanish. Come on. Get on with it. You can do it. Rita, good morning. Carla, hello from Canada. Oh my goodness, everyone's here. Lovely. So, see what I mean? That all works. Okay. So that is Blush. Oh, you can tell I'm very, very happy. Look at it there with the Greville. Oh, look at it with the Grevillea. I'm very happy to have it here as well because it's like a tool. It's a tool to have to put with the dusky pink flowering gum and the other ones in the collection in the stripe, and it gives me another element to have. So I guess what I'm going to say is that what we'll do is...
Greetings from Spain.
What was it? Greetings from Spain.
Buenas noches is good evening.
If I'd actually read it properly, I probably could have done that.
España was a giveaway.
Yeah, that was a giveaway. You'll see in the Stash Essentials, I still haven't fixed up those photos. Rob, you had my peripheral vision. Go that way, go that way. Keep going.
Oh, a smile. I need the photo.
Haven't you done it yet?
Oh.
What have you been doing? So the thing is, you'll see under Stash Essentials, and I haven't fixed the photos. They're on my list to do tomorrow. There's a Stash Essential pack for Friends of Melba in the pink. I'm going to do one for this one as well, so that if you are purchasing the pink teal colourway and you just want a few little bits to go with it, maybe even to use up with leftovers from a larger quilt, you'll have a friend. Now I've got this one, dusky pink. Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm just going to pop these down here. Alright, now the other two are the red and green ones. So I've got grass. I had so much fun because I laid this out on the floor for someone making a Southern Jewels quilt. I was like, yay, he's back. So this is grass. See, look. Now I can tell you the original Under the Australian Sun greens, this exact fabric was referenced. So if ever I was to say there's a green that goes with this, confidently I can. Same with lipstick. When Emma knows lipstick's back, she's going to be straight in her car down here to grab some. I know she is, because that was her favourite. So you can see the red. I mean, yes, lovely Christmas, I know all of that, but see, look, look, they're so happy together. So yes, they're back. And then, that's it. That's the clincher. I got, I think, the last 3 bolts ever. I'm not doing them anymore. That's it. There you go. It's very, very sad. So, because when they arrived, I went back to buy more. They're gone. They're not there on the website anymore. They've taken them down. It's one of those days where I go, maybe I should just do my own little tonal. Maybe I should. And then I go, I have a few other things to do first. But they've nearly finished after having over 100 colours over the last, how old Under the Australian Sun? What is it? 14 years old? They're gone. Very sad. But worth having in the stash if you use my stuff at least, or the red and greens are just beautiful. So never mind. Adelaide and Imelda, I can see you're here. Hello Rhonda, good morning. Glenda, good morning to you. Suzanne Curtis, Bridget McDonald, hello. Chris Otto, good morning. Gee, it was lovely to catch up, Chris, wasn't it? Karen, good morning to you. Julie, hi. Rose, good morning. Lovely wet morning. Not here, it's not. There's a bit of dew, a little bit of dew around. But never mind. Liz, good morning. All right. So, this will... Come on. Have you paid it yet? Look, I tried. Yes, this is the third of these shirts I have bought. Yes, it is, but I love them. And I only bought 2, and then I went past the shop and they were having a sale. And then I saw this colour and I thought of this and I had to do it. So some of them were in, some of them arrived this week. So if you've got some, just have a look at your stash. We've got about 4 or 5 different designs here. I'm going to show some of them to you and then you'll be able to have a look at the rest of them on the website. And again, just search the word ancient to have a look. They're stunning. And then we're going to cut up. I'll cut this one. And then we're going to cut a little bit of the black up. This, do you remember when we had, what was it? The jeweled leaves. And I do remember ear bashing you for an inappropriately long amount of time about segue coordinates and how brilliant Kaufman were at doing them. And I'm not sure I'm ever going to be able to do it, but I'll give it a go one day. And what I mean is they do coordinates that you think only go with one colourway and then you realise they go across 2 or 3. And they're really, really good at it. So we've got a few different designs. I'm going to pull down this beautiful site here, which is all these beautiful jewelled blues. They've actually called this one Royal. And I'll lay a couple out and then you'll get an idea about them. and you'll be able to go back and have a little bit more of a play. I wanted to get this one down first because this has, in a way, a lot more versatility and flexibility to it because it's a smaller print, but then you can fussy cut the other ones as well. So let's have a little bit of a look at what I mean. If we were, actually, Rob, can you do me a favour? There's an out and about bag down on the cutting table. It's black and white with a red zip. Can you grab it for me, please? This design, oh, you know what I want to put with this, don't you? I want to put my cream Melba fans. You can tell, we got them out of the wrapper late Friday, and I've just come back and played with them this morning. So I'm just getting my head around them in a way. But you okay, can I have a bowl of cream Melba fans too, please, sir? I know you pulled one out last week because of this shaping. Look at this. Oh, yum. So, a few things just to have a think about. If you are a fussy cutter, I just wanted to have a little play with these, just to see. So these are our long elongated perspex. See those? They're the long octagon ones, and so look. You can just lay it over the top like that. Look. Oh, heavens. So you can have a lot of fun with that. So they're going to be great. If you've got those in your stash, or you want to add them to your... I've got to get used to those things. What do they say on Create and Craft? In your shopping cart. Check out your cart. That's it. These are the octagon ones. Oh, this is bad. This is heavens. This is really bad. Look. Oh, just beautiful. Handsome, just get another bolt if you can't find the one you undid last week. There's 2 out there. Yeah, quick. And this is pentagons. Now I actually got these out to show you another one. But look, you can fit them right over. All different little bits. This is going to be a big problem for me because I'm kind of itching to do some English paper piecing. And yeah, thanks. Yippee! Yippee, yippee, yippee. Okay, that's going to go with another one up there too. Oh, okay. I always think I know what I'm going to do and what I'm going to say, and I think I really do try, and then I get totally sidetracked when I'm talking to you. So this is our designer block template. This is our Dresden Star template, and this actually is, I'm going to do some work with this. If you've got one, you know how it works. There's a picture on the website. So this is your point. So you cut your wedge, fold it in half, and sew across the top, and you can push out the point to give you a pointed Dresden. But I just wanted to check. Yeah, okay. This is all going to be fabulous, so I will have to do a pointed Dresden as well. Right, okay, and this is just one colourway. So I'll leave that down there. This is one of these little geometric segue designs I was telling you about. I'm going to put this up close for you to have a look at. All beautiful, beautiful little triangles in all different colours with little stripy designs through them in a myriad of blues, I'm going to say. A myriad of blues. Look at that. Then we get serious. Now, I'm going to be honest, we got serious in the shed. I've only got about, I think there's about 5 meters left of the blue. It has been popular. I'm not going to lie, but look at, oh. Look, it's just got, it's all happening. Look. So we're going to cut some of this up in a different colour. Oh. Now, yeah, I'll show it to you with the next one. There's a couple of other little coordinates going on I want to show you, but yum. So I'll pop that one there, and then I'll show you this big one, and then we can just have a glimpse at the other colours now, and then move on. So this is the big feature print, if you like. I've got a smaller all over in one of the others in the red. I just sort of, there was so much to choose from, and then there were a couple I didn't get. It was just so popular. I was like sitting ready to book, you know, book tickets to a Coldplay concert kind of thing when it came online, and I still missed out on a couple. But oh my goodness, heavens, I'm going to say stack and whack, but you know, if you love cutting down any of your patterns where you've used my Melba project panel, just think about it. This is the next version. So if you've got a pattern that works with, then it will work with this. But look at this. There's just talk about color therapy and just therapy in general with fussy cutting. Just right there. Right there. Just beautiful. This says that it's been designed, this is designed in-house, but I don't know who's done it in-house, but it's not Evie, because Evie retired when I left Kaufman, just after I left. So, but it's very reminiscent, if you remember back, if you ever had Jewels of the Nile, her Egyptian range, it's very reminiscent of that. So, stunning. I'm going to leave this one down because it has friends. If you're looking at this one and you're starting to think about bags, our purple zip is the go with this colour. It is perfect. I'll show you because it's going to pull up those little pops of purple. You could probably run the aqua with gold teeth as well, but I think that's a beautiful match because it's pulling up. You'll have the pattern upside down, but I'll show you. It's pulling up the little bits of purple, little flowers that are in here. Going the wrong way with my hand. These little bits down in here, and you might not be able to see it that well on the camera, but it's the perfect zip because it's going to blend in, but it's also going to accent those little flowers. I'll pop that back up there. Probably not as neat as I had it, but that's okay. Alright, so I want to keep I'm getting dizzy. I want to keep this one out and I want to go this way. So this is the red. Now in the red I've got a medium floral, and you'll see this beautiful thing a bit up closer in a minute because I've got it cut ready. Holy moly. I mean, I tell you, they still pull it off every now and then, and they were the ones that got me so passionate about designing in the first place. And I stocked their fabrics for many years before I designed for them, and when they do something like this I go, yeah, they've still got it, look at that. It's just beautiful. I reckon this is the beautiful Barbara. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, let's look, just to show you. Look at the purple over the top. Yum. And then the bright red is also the go. Now, if you're wondering what sort of pulls I'm going to use for my zipper bags, well, because of that real ancient kind of Egyptian kind of look, I'm actually going to use the cats on one of them. But with this design, the little flower ones would be good. As I haven't marked them all under today. There's so many there now. But if you are really keen to try one out, I would really strongly recommend just going to zippers. Just put the word zipper in the search window and it will pull up all the pulls and the zips. But see the purple? And then this bright red's really lovely with it. So pop that aside. Now, this is what I mean. It goes because it's got all these teals in here. So it goes with this. It just freaks me out. Then we've also got the larger project print I showed you before, and you can see they've gone a slightly darker red, which is fabulous because if you want to use these two in a quilt, it's really nice to have that difference in the balance of them. Again, the red zip works beautifully over the top, and the purple will still work over it. just to be starting to think about different things if you're going to do a bag. Then they've got this. So they've gone again a little bit lighter. See that? You've got 3 different reds. This is up to that beautiful, I call that a Singapore red. And it's just that beautiful orangey red colour. So this is a little coordinate. If you've got a stash of oriental, culturally influenced fabrics, this is going to be a lovely blender pot for you to add in. I've got it in black as well. So it's just one of those things that looks lovely. Now this fabric on its own, just for a bag, for a little purse, all you need to do is that. And if you think, Leesa, I'm not using that stuff, it's just too much for me, that's fine, because I've also popped out Robert Kaufman Regent Fusions. And again, this is the last ever that we're ever going to have of that. If I was doing it for Mum, I'd go that way. But if I was doing it for me, or with a little accent, a little pin tuck somewhere. Can you imagine the look at me bag in this? Oh yes! Can someone write that down? Yeah, I'll write it down. Look at me in ancient. That's my little play. If I get everything done today, tomorrow night, whatever, I'll come in here and have a little play just with the fabrics and see what goes with what in a look at me bag. So take out Margaret Stitchery or my gum leaves, put a big bit of this. Yeah, that's the thing. All right, so I'll pop that one back up there. I'm going to get another one down ready to show you. So the other thing about this little coordinate, if I just show it to you again, I'll show it to you in a different colour. These are equilateral triangles, so that means if you wanted to run hexagons, fussy cut, over the top, you can. So you'll be able to lay your template over the top, center the center of it in the middle of one of these little clusters of triangles, and you could create a really stunning, well you would, I'm sure you would, create a beautiful stunning fussy cut pattern with this. So I'm going to leave that there. I hope you like them. I just think they're just, it's not very often. And as I said to you, it's not very often now I just go in and buy the whole lot. So I did. Now this is another one of these little triangle prints. If you find it all too much, like I'm going to do with the colour movements, and you go, I don't know, I just want it, and you would like me to do a pack for you, like a fat quarter of all of them, even though some of the prints are big, just email me, because I'll be playing this week and with them myself, so just let me know, that's fine. So this one, you can see here, it pulls up all the purples, and it's got a little touch of grey, it's got greens in it, teals, it's just gorgeous. And it goes beautifully with this collection as well over this side. But if I left it out, it would also go with the black one I'm going to show you. So again, they mix and match together beautifully. So that one's just stunning. Then this one, I missed it. It goes with the blues over this side. So I'll just show you. I'll pop this one back up. I'm not doing very well at keeping the stand tidy this morning, but, oh no, what am I doing? Forget that. See? This is the blue, it's just so intense in colour. I'm using this in the one that I'm starting this morning with the red stripe. And here's the perfect match. There's our raw blue zip over the top. Just beautiful. So if you love this colour blue, I'm wearing it this morning and I love it, and I don't think I've ever worn it in my life. It might be reminiscent of the infamous dress Mum bought me at Jacqueline Eve in Eastland Shopping Centre to wear to Keppel Island. Maybe just a little bit, but I think that was softer. But it's a nice vibrant colour. There it is with that lovely soft regent again. And the pattern that's in this is essentially a flying geese. It's quite Aztec-y. You there, handsome? Oh, he's left the building. I was going to ask him to show. I just wanted to have something to show you in a minute. There you go. I'm sorry about the nails. Look, the nail polish is coming off, and I did it myself. I was quite proud I actually did my nails for last week. And then it started coming off. I touched something in the kitchen, you know, a cleaner or something. There's a lot of surface spraying that goes on and disinfecting while I'm making preserves. And I thought, it's fine. I've got nail polish remover, and I went into the cupboard last night and it had fallen over, emptied and evaporated. No sign of it anywhere. So, yeah, I have to get some more today. I think that's upside down, but we'll live with it, won't we? That'll be okay. Right, so what have we got left? The middle lot. The middle lot. And I want to show you just quickly. I'll come back here. Just show you this one again. So if you were thinking hexagons and a little bit of fussy cutting, there you go. So that's the beautiful, it's got purple, blue, green, everything through it. And you could match it up with some Regent. You could match it up with Melba fans. And while I've got them down there, I got this one. Now I didn't buy the full grey range. I just, somewhere you've got to stop. I got that out to talk about fussy cutting for the out and about back. We all have to stop at some stage, and when you're buying half meters or whole bolts, somewhere you've got to stop. But I do love the grey with this across here. I just love the grey in general. It's so beautiful and soft. It sits well on the shelf with Melba. See that? There's nothing calming. And it also sits beautifully with Jolie. There. So, yeah, you can't have much of the grey, okay? I want the grey. Grey's, I'm not very good at sharing some things. I am a good sharer, considering I'm an only child. I do share. But not always when it comes to gorgeous fabric. There's a line. There's a line. Okay, put that one back up. That just freaks me out. It goes there too. So we're going to play with this one here, with the blue. Up here, I've got, this screams, you've got it in a Quilter's Life, haven't you? Black Magic Bag to me. This screams Black Magic Bag. That on one side with the solid gold on the other. That's just too good. Here's the little spray for you in the middle. Here's the gorgeous one I showed you first that we just had down in the most beautiful, beautiful cream with the teal over the top. It's going to play nicely in the playground with Melba fans. And that scares me even more because I've got a new little thing ready just for the fans. So I might need it. And there are pops in there. Can you see the pops? There are pops. I'm going to hold that like that and switch cameras. There are pops. There are pops of burnt orange red, pops of the teal, pops of blue. So this fabric will go with all of it. It goes right across the whole lot. So it's probably the most versatile one. And I just popped Black Magic up there. I don't know why. I think it was here from last week. This is that Aztec-y one in that teal. I'm so impressed. This is not a solid background either. Can you see it there? It's shaded. So it's just glorious. And we've just got a lot to do, so I'm going to move on. And we're going to play with the stripe. But, yeah, glorious. I really don't want to share that. Or the grey. Put this one back up. So have a look at that. See that royal blue in there again? So that's going to be lovely. I don't know what I've done here. This is a mess. Okay, put that up there. completely trashed it. So you pull this out, and everything that I've shown you pretty much goes. So if I pull this back out, it goes. It's got the black and the black one. Let's look at this. Heavens. Okay. And shall we just get up this, just so you can see? I want you to see that up against that. All right. Now, this is the one that I want to use this morning to start this little zip bag with you. Now I want to play with this, but it's got to go back. It also goes with the grey. Yeah, okay. They all go. And I'm just going to take these off my counter. Now they've all been auditioned. I'll move the jolly down too. And then we can have a play with them. So, sticky. First of all, they are what I would call a multi-segmented stripe. And I've learned over time, I like to call these a border stripe, where the stripes run parallel with the selvage. Now you do get some stripes that go the other way. Not that many, but you do. And I remember when I designed, this will go with Hampton stripes too, in the black and golden cream. Anyway, that it's very difficult in many ways to design a fabric parallel, because when they do the screen printing, they of course have to match it all perfectly, and all the lines have to join up. And Hampton stripe was a nightmare. Well, it was going to be a nightmare, but they're amazing. My team, they pull it off. I just wanted to do this for scale. See what I mean? You could fussy cut for your out and about bag off this beautifully and off that. Stunning. Okay, so this is really, really well done. And it is a multiple border as well. So when you look at it, you can start to see, like Summer Palace, not as obvious as Summer Palace and Melba, but you can start to see where there are segments that you can break this design down. And this is sort of what I want to just mention this now, because it's what we're going to talk about. So when you get a pattern like this, go looking for the 1/4 inch seams. They won't always have been sensible and given them to you. I like to do a double, so a lot of mine have got, it means that you can cut easily 1/4 inch either side of a major section of it. But here it's a more informal situation, so just go looking for where you can come down and cut. I had ladies in here last week looking at Melba's Midnight Melba quilt on the wall, the ongoing saga, and they were looking at this fabric for that. So I suppose what I want to say with that, if you have a medallion quilt, if you have Matilda's medallion from us, or Lady Grey, or one of those classic medallion quilts, these prints are excellent for using for those, because you can break them down easily into different widths or heights, depending on the way you want to look at it. So you can see in here, I just go through with my ruler and check. So I know I've got a 1/4 inch here, I've got a 1/4 inch here, just 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. And so this helps me work out where I can break the fabric down into for whatever I'm doing. If I don't want to leave it as one whole piece, or just make some stunning table runner with it, but I can break it down. Now, unlike Melba though, this one runs all in one direction. So I mirror imaged mine on the top fold, but this one runs right across. So you need to get to know your fabric when you're working with something as elaborate and so amazing design detail in it like this one. So I am going to have a little bit of a play with this and break it down into one of our little bags. So before I do that, just while I've got it all out, I just wanted to show you as well the options I had with zips. So, thanks, Tom. So can you take that away again? Thanks. So I can pull the red on that beautifully. I can also pull out the royal blue. Who have I missed? Joan Stewart, good morning. Did you get my message? If not, I'll give you a buzz tomorrow. Susan, good morning. Sue, good morning. Catherine Dowse, the purse trio could be cut from this. You've stole my thunder again, Kath. That's exactly what I'm going to say to do with it. You're right. I've got it down to say that. Yeah, absolutely, Pauline. It's a bag. It's waiting to happen. Definitely. So, see, there's your raw blue. Now, I'm actually pulling out the raw blue in the red one as well that I'm doing. But with this one also, this gorgeous new colour we got, this mustard gold, is stunning. Look at that. So that's pulling up all these colours that are in here. Okay? So just, there are options. All I'm saying, there's options. If you don't want it to contrast, then just go for black and gold. I don't even think I marked the black and gold, but just go black with gold teeth. You don't have to have the contrast, but if you are keen to get a little bit of a feature in, then these are good. So our zips all come in 1 metre increments. Some of them we do still have continuous, so if you ordered 2 or 3 metres, if we do have it in a continuous stock, because we sell our zips wholesale as well, so to other shops. So if you order 2 metres, for example, if we have it in a 2 metre piece, we will send it to you. If you get it as 2 1 metres, that tells you we didn't. So you're most welcome to remind us, but that's the way Susie and I are working now. So if someone orders 2 or 3 metres and we can cut it, we will. Otherwise, if it's already cut up, we send the 3 1 metre pieces. But for the bag that we're going to do, it's going to be a 1 metre piece. I'm going to take a piece off this. Now, I'm going to cut it the way that you would buy it, because then I get more. No, because there's a reason. I'll show you. So for this bag, if you want to have a go, you'll buy 1/2 metre of your feature, and you would buy 1/2 metre of your lining to go with it. You will see the lining in the top of the bag. I am doing an open top bag with 2 pockets on the front and 1 pocket on the back. And then, as I said, in a quilter's life, though, we'll talk about how you can switch it round, change it, whatever as well. Stick him up there. Not sure even what I'm going to use for the lining yet. But the blue is stunning, and I've got it cut because it also goes with the red. So I'll show you what I have done so far over here. This is going to be, yep. Okay. So here's my blue, and you can see how it goes across here. I could even, I could put the red spray, I could put anything inside. Okay. And then I have started my pieces here. So this, I'll explain in a minute. That's going to be the back. Here's my bits, and this is going to be my front. I've got some other little bits here as well. So here's what I've done. I took the 1/2 metre. The first thing you want to do whenever you're designing your own bag or you're making one, make sure you've got any cuts you need that are along the width of the bolt. I know I'm telling you how to suck eggs, but we get so excited when we get a fabric like this and we just go straight in and fussy cut, and then we go, oh, I forgot what else I need. So what I've done first is I've taken a 4-inch strip right across the width of the fabric, and this is going to be for my strap because I want a really nice strong strap. So I've taken the whole width right across. It will get folded, raw edges into the middle, wrong sides together, and then in half again like we do. So I've got a 4 thickness strap, so it's going to finish at an inch. The reason that I know I want it to be an inch as well, it's all a little bit of a jigsaw puzzle and a chicken egg thing. Put chickens on the brain today, chickens. Is because I've got my D-rings out. So we've got our new little packs of 4 D-rings. These are slightly wider than the other ones we sell as a pair. They'll both work, but these are, when I measured these, I can comfortably fit, you can't see that, can you? I can comfortably fit a 1-inch wide strap in here, and also a 1-inch little loop on the side gusset of my bag. So that is why I'm going with 1 inch, because it's going to sit nice and snug inside these. If you grab the 4-pack, we've got them in rainbow silver. I think I've only marked put in D rings, or put in rings, you'll find them. in bag furniture, but I've only popped up the gold today, but we've got them in silver and rainbow as well. So pop those there. So that is why I'm going to use 1 inch for my strap. And also I've got here some of my little leftovers, and that's what I'll use to make the loops that actually go in the top rim on the sides of the bag with the D-ring in them. And then I'm going to fold in the ends of my strap and fold them over and do a nice little, you know how you do your little crisscross bit to secure them on. So that's what I'm going to do for this bag. There are so many different ways you can do it. It's up to you. Now I'm using, as I said, the royal blue so that it stands out. Probably 1/4 Rob. And then because of the theme, because I think it's Egyptianish, I have to use the cats. It has to be. So I've got my little 3-pack of cats here, 2 for my front and 1 for my back. So that's what I'm going to use. And this will work with anything. You know, I want to go back and make one in Melba as well now, because I think I should. And then I would use silver, and I'd use, yeah, different colours. But this is going to be fun. And you can see how well that zip's going to match in. Now this piece here, this one is also full width of the bolt. And this is going to be my side gusset. So because the D-ring is going to be, it finishes, the actual D-ring is 1.5. My strap in the middle is going to be 1. So I really need my width of my gusset that's going to go around the bag to be 1.5 finished, because I want that width to fit the D-ring nicely on the top. I don't want it sitting over the edges on the side of the bag. And it's sort of going to have, it will have this shape, but it's not going to be flat like this one. It's going to have that gusset on the side. When you're doing multi-purse pocket purses, please remember, add that side gusset in, because if you've got multiple layers on one side and multiple layers on the other, you don't want a footy team of seam allowances coming in and joining together on the side. You've got to give yourself that luxury of having that side seam in there, or otherwise it's going to be really ugly. Can you imagine zips, multiple layer pockets? No. So that's mine. So I've cut this at 2. So it's going to be 2 inch. It'll come down to 1.5, the width of my D-ring, and then my strap and loops are going to be 1. So that'll be a nice little proportionate bit, and they'll all play nicely together. Then when it came to fussy cutting, I had some fun, and so I've got this as my lower pocket on the front. This will sit above it, and then I will have the next pocket above here. Then on the back, I'm only going to have one larger pocket, and this bit is bigger at the moment. That's what's going to sit up here, but I don't know what size I'm cutting it to yet. This is the joy of designing your own, because I will piece this one together and it will give me the height of the bag, and then I will put this bit together and I will trim him to fit. And that is the joy of doing your own. That's why I'm so excited to get that book finished for you, so that you can do your own. So we're going to piece all this together. In terms of batting, well, not today, but we're going to do some of it today. In terms of batting, again, because of the multiple layers, please keep that in mind, because you don't want 4 layers of rubber foam batting or anything in there. I'm going to do my first one with a little bit of a combo going on. I'm going to use just 640 Pellon until I get a feel for how thick it is. And I'm also going to use some weft in there as well, just so I get a little bit of a padded look in the lower pocket areas, but then the weft is just going to stabilize it for me. And then when I actually put batting over the whole front and back panels, then I'll come back to this again. With the side panels, if you wanted to do the whole back of your front and back panels in adhesive rubber foam batting, that's fine. I mean, that's what's in the out and about bag. That's absolutely, it'll work, it'll be great. But don't add it into that narrow gusset around the edge. Go for something softer. Again, it'd just be too much to get through. I remembered that last week when I was talking to someone about the Sashiko bag. Oh, we did it on the show Thursday night when Marg was here. Thicker in the front and back, but not in those narrow side gussets. Have something a little bit softer. And we do that in the swing satchel as well, which is again another of this sort of story of bags that you can make. That's got pockets, but got a pocket but not a multi one on it. So and pop this over here, and then we can come back and have a look at this. So I've got my little notes of what I've done, so I'm ready to write up my pattern. And I made a mistake. The first time through, I went, okay, I want it to be 9.5 inches wide, so it's going to be finished 9, and I just cut a straight 9.5 late last night. Well, not that late. Yeah, it was late. Late for me to be in the shed about 8 o'clock. So, of course, it didn't work because I didn't get to center any of this beautiful pattern, so I had to cut another piece and go back and start again. So for my first section that I want for my bottom pocket, I would like, if I do it the same as the one I've done to show you, I'll turn it around this way because I'm a lefty, I want this section here. So instead of just chopping it to width first, because I know I've got all those English paper piecing things to use and I need an excuse to use them, I cut the whole width of this 1/2 meter. That's what I'm doing. So if I come down and I'm going to place my ruler, that's my little 1/2 inch there, and that's going to sit upwards. That's going to be the base sitting upwards on my first pocket. I've got my thread caught up. So I'm going to pop my ruler with the 1/4 inch over that, but I might just make it a little bit. No, I'm going to have to sit it about there. I want 6 inches, don't I? Oh, this is perfect. Okay, so that's right, it is too. So I've got a 1/4 inch here under my ruler for my top 1/4 inch seam. Maybe just up a bit because I'm on my zipper foot, about there, just over there. And then down this end, I've got just over a 1/4 inch as well. That must have been what I did. I was with it. So I'm going to cut through there. And then I'll turn my piece around like that and cut my 6 inch. You are going to be able to do any height you want, all right? Again, this will be, we'll talk about it. The Cruise Life Girls, I'll talk about it. You can do them any height you want. Make it up as you go, really. There you go. And there's a beautiful little piece that's just begging for a hexagon or a clamshell or a pentagon or something. I'll put over there. Almost looks like one of those beautiful sort of braid, isn't it? One of those Indian braids. So here's my piece. And now what I'll do is go back and center one of these designs, whichever way I want to go, in the middle of that back pocket. So I'm cutting at 9.5, so I need to go 4 3/4 either side of what I'm cutting, and that is there. You could also, of course, fold it in half, but I'll do it out open like this for you. Trim that little bit off. Then I can just pull him down and go to 9.5 on the other side. I'm acting really confident that I've got it right, and I haven't, have I? Oh, yes, I have. I thought, have I got it wrong? I have got it wrong. Oh, it's too early in the morning. That's what I always say. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to fold. Maybe I'll go one more. Can you imagine doing this off the whole bit, though, and having a boo-boo? Let's do this. I lined it up on. I lined it up on the 15 line instead of the 10. So that is there. 4 3/4, 15 to there. Place on fold. There we go. Yummy. And once you've got your first one done, you actually can just use this one as your guide right through. So then I chose a 2 3/4. I'm going to do it different to my other one. So this is my first one over here. That's what I did my first time round. So let's go a bit different. Let's use this bit next. 2 3/4 to there. Now what's that going to give me? That's going to put, alright, I'm going to bring down my seam allowance over this little braid line that's in the middle here and trim. So I know I'm going to have that edge sitting on the top of my zip. Then I'm going to turn the other way and I'm going to cut it to 2 3/4. Again, these are just the measurements that I'm using because they work with this fabric, but you can do them to any one that you want. Oh, now I'm really confused myself. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to cut right through there. I think that's still going to look fabulous. Yes, it is. Okay. This, you look at that now, and now it's almost William Morris, which makes sense, given the historical relevance of the fabric. I might just try and center one of these little pointy bits over that. In that case, I've only got to trim off this end and this end, and that will be my next piece there that sits above the zip. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm just working my way through and cutting bits that I think are going to look really nice. But the trick is to cut the whole width and then center, and I know that is a very luxurious thing to do with a gorgeous piece of fabric, but I have no doubt you can use the leftovers. But on top of that, we also need to use up pieces for the lining of the pockets, and that's what I have done with my leftovers. With my red one, I've been able to easily get the pocket lining, and there are plenty of other bits left over I can use inside as well if I want to. I'm going to make the top on this one a little bit bigger for now so that I get that. I'm going to line it up again over this one like that. Trim, and there you go. So I can now, I mean, I've cut both of these, but I can come back, look at it, I can come back and audition. So I might like the idea of having the relief of that little informal one there and then the wowzer one on the top, or the other way around. And at the moment it looks like I've just put the fabric back together, doesn't it? But if I come through in here, let's just have a look, just audition. That's where the break's going to happen. So we could go the blue, we could go the mustard. Let's try the mustard. Put the mustard in this one. Now I'll have, so Thursday night we're on, yes, we'll be here. Thursday night I will have the completed traveller bag for the Advent. I had it together for you as the special offer, but I'm going back and putting that top zip in and I'm putting that binding around the back pocket, and I will also have the Melba version of the saddle satchel bag pattern also now in a Quilter's Life. So, and this one will be back. So there'll sort of be like a bit of just a catch-up bag night to go through that with you on Thursday night. So, but I do, well, you could have both, couldn't you? There is no rule that says you can't have different coloured zips in the one bag, is there? I don't think so. I now wish I had it finished to wear with my shirt to wear to the market and the quilt show this morning, though. That is in my head. So I'll have to make this to go with the shirt I've got on. It has to be done. It will be. Oi, look at that. So, up to you what colours you go. Now, as I said, use your leftovers to do your pockets, and oh, you've got the one on the back as well. The one on the back, I've cut it taller at 8 inches for now, so I will come back, as I said, and finish that off. But that is how I would attack this fabric for fussy cutting a bag like this. If you've got any border stripe sitting in your cupboard, go through and have a look and see what you've got. It's going to be a really clean cut kind of look if you use, as I said, use Melba or Summer Palace. The lines are there. It's pretty easy to work out how you're going to cut it down. But also with prints like Summer Palace and Melba, because they are so definite, you could actually, and you haven't got therefore as much flexibility like this fine one to break it down into different increments, then what I would suggest is that you maybe alternate. So you would put the large border of Melba at the bottom, and then perhaps a little coordinate in the middle, and then use one of the smaller strips from it from the top. So it doesn't all have to be from the one fabric as well. You can have a little bit of a play around and pick something different to go in the middle. So I've wound up the blue. But no, yeah, I'm doing the blue. Now, you know, I'm a bit swayed, but I'm definitely using the blue with my red because I'm going to use the blue in the lining. And I've just made a terrible mess. You can see me later going, which bit was this? I don't know what that is. Oh, whoever was here on Friday, I left Lorraine samples here. I'm popping them in the little lost and found jar on the counter. So if you come back, they will be in there. Someone kindly bought them to match up fabric for her and then left the sample bits behind. So they're here. It's so weird saying that now, isn't it? The address, Robbie, the address is on the website now too, isn't it? Yes. So the address of where we are is on the website. So, and it's Fridays. But as I said, next weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. I just thought that would be really nice. And then, of course, King's birthday weekend, because of where we are, a lot of people head past us towards Paynesville, Lakes Entrance, Bairnsdale, Sale, Sea Spray. It's that way. So we're a little drop-off spot. A detour, like Therese and Bruce. We detoured through Leesa's on the way to Phillip Island. I'm still trying to work that one out. That was hilarious. All right, I've got this. Let's just do this front panel here. Now I've got. See, I've used some of my leftover to line my pocket. Then that's the bit that sits at the top, and then we've got the bit will go behind him, and the next bit up. So let's just have a little bit of a play. I'm going to move in my iron just a little bit. Here we go. And I'm going to back. So what I'm going to do this morning is I'm just going to do this first section for you, and then we'll come back Thursday night, talk through it again with the black one, with this one made up. Is that okay with you? And then I'll have those other ones ready too. I just want you to see how it all works. So if you want to grab some of this fabric, you can, but I want to just show you how it all works. And then I'll have that pattern ready for you. Pop it on a quilter's life, or you'll be able to buy it online, put it all together. But half meter is going to be ample for you to make up this bag. And you'll have some of your lining left over to use, but half is going to be ample with your zips. Kit wise, I just think it's really hard for me with a fabric like this. I'm being honest, it's not a sales pitch. It's really hard for me to cut up fabric like this and dedicate it all to one kit when there's just so many different things that we can do with it. It's fine. It's fine for me with perhaps fabrics that have been here a little while, and I think, okay, people love it, but it hasn't all disappeared, and I'll kit it up. It's fine with my fabrics because we have the stock. But with this at the moment, I just don't want to do it because I just feel someone's going to go, I'm buying 5 meters for a stack and whack. You know what I mean? So it's sort of, I don't want to do it yet, but if you love it, maybe just grab your feature fabric, a ½ meter of that, use what you've got in your stash for your lining. Or if you've got something that goes, I'm sure a lot of you have got cream Melba fans or a gold something in there to coordinate with them. So we will come back and finish off. I'll show you the finished bag with everything on Thursday, and we'll finish off the black one together. So here I want to line this, but again, as I said, I don't want it to get too thick. So I'm going to pop 640 on this piece. And I'm going to be ever so naughty. Can you see what I'm going to do? Because I'm just aware of the time, and we've all got a busy day ahead. So I'm going to pop this on. How naughty is this? Don't you love these irons though? I love a little steam iron. There we go. Actually, I think most of them left the building this week. I'll need to get some more. So we'll just trim this down. Now, what Kath was saying before is absolutely for our trio purses. So, digital download pattern, put the word trio in the search window. We've got a beautiful little set of purses. And yes, they would be stunning. And yes, you're right, Kath, then you could just cut the panels, fussy cut the panels from different sections. Maybe even do a little bit of a switch, so have the middle one in the blue. Or line them all in the blue. There you go. And of course you could pop your little cat zip on each one. Even the straight ones, even the flower ones, even the snowflake ones are all going to look really nice with this. So I've backed that for the first bit. Now, the fun bit, and you'll remember this from when we've done it before, is determining how long the piece is that sits down behind the pocket. So this is the pocket lining, so that will actually, when it's all sewn together, that'll be like that. And then when we sew this onto the top part of the zip, behind this bit, there's another one that comes all the way down to the bottom, so you've actually got a back to your pocket when you put your hand in. So that's the bit that's always hard to determine. And when we've done the other bags with different zips, we've used dress zips, we've used these number 5 zips, and every time that we do it, we have to adjust the size of that piece because it's determined by the width of the zip and therefore the height it needs to be. So I'm now going to do my pattern, this pattern, I'm actually going to make it a generously long piece to pop it on and then tell you to trim, because everyone's a little bit different with their zip width, with their foot width when they're putting their zips on, and so I actually want to do it that way. I don't want to give you a seam allowance, whatever works best for you with your machine and your zip foot, and then trim at the bottom. So I'm going to set this pattern up a little bit more like you're designing your own. So we trim it down. When you finish, check the height of your bag and adjust the gusset if you need to. We're going to do it that way, more like a design workshop rather than a strict dimension thing. So our first little point is to actually sandwich our zip in between. So I'm going to cut this here and put on my little zippy pull. Make it generous. This is 1 meter and these are only 9.5, so you've got ample zip. If you're a little bit nervous, you would do this and just cut it into 3. I'm just going to leave a generous inch out each side there. Actually, Catherine Dowse, I saw that lovely photo pop up on my phone again the other day from Emma of you two at the Tilda thing. So I have a face to the name now. It's lovely. Alright, so I'm going to open up my zip and pop a pull on. Daisy Mers here. Hello Daisy. Hello Donna. Margaret, welcome. Denise Langford, did I see you enter the building? Therese, good morning. Anne Beecroft, how are you up your way? Cindy, welcome from, are you in Spain too, aren't you? Or Costa Rica, one of those two. Thank you, Lorraine. Yes, I do love the fabrics. Watching from Bright. Fiona's in Bright. Oh, I believe stunning this year. Angela said the leaves are just beautiful after our cold summer. The autumn leaves in Bright. So if you are somewhere else in the country or the world, if you look up Bright, as in the word Bright, Victoria Autumn Festival, you'll get a look. Oh, it's going to be one of those mornings where Leesa can't put a zip on. Do you have those mornings? And your hands just don't want to. There we go. A little bit crooked, but I've got plenty either end. I would redo that if I wasn't kind of not wanting to take up your time. Look at him, isn't he cool? Alright, so he's going to sit in the middle. And then we're going to sandwich the back of our pocket onto here. So right side up, wrong way around, lace, zip side down. That's better. And then this over the top. Okay, now I'm going to do what I usually do too. I'm going to make wonder clips. I'm not going to use pins because I love my fine clover patchwork pins. and they are fine for a reason, to get through multiple layers. But once we start adding in multiple layers with zips and batting and everything, I think these are much better. And you actually don't need a lot. That was really funny. I just heard a motor fire up, and I've just gone, what is that? But of course I have to remember we now have a fridge in our shop shed, so that we've got the milk out here for when we're going to be doing morning teas, and that's where the lemon butter is stored for farm gate sales when I make it, and our fresh produce is in there. It goes in there the night before or whatever, and we can pull more stock out as we go. All right, that's ready for us to sew, and then that's going to come down that way. That's going to be our front like that. You're going to be able to top stitch down here, and then we do the other side. So we're just going to do this first little one. I know, we should have done the whole thing. I know, but we will finish it off Thursday. Do you know it was only 60 hours between shows? I really thought we've just finished, and it's only a 60-hour gap between the two shows. So I have to be on the ball. It's now at disastrous mess stage here, folks. It's just, can't keep it clean now. All right, move this across here. What have I done? Has anyone told Rob yet what I did to his machine? No, we haven't told him yet. Well, not to the machine. Remember I started melting the cord with the iron? Oh, you in here? Now he knows. Hey, there are plenty of cords in the building. Right, foot, machine. Can you see there? You can. Right, so 2 options with thread I wanted to give you. And I want to show you what not to do. Here's the royal blue. This is confetti. This is perfect for the colour of that royal blue zip. So if you're confident with your top stitching and you want a contrast, this is fantastic with the royal blue zip. Perfect. This is confetti. I've tagged these 619. Okay. Then for the red, and I'm sure a lot of you have got this one already, this is 302. Here's not what to do, which I did this morning, and it's so naughty of me, and I'm now going to pay for it. It'll still work, but I did this in a hurry. I went and I pulled the whole sleeve off. No, you've got to go around and you've got to find the opening. I'm not going to do this one. You've got to find the opening and gently pull it off, because otherwise you can muck up the top. Just got to be so careful. I'm really cross with myself I did that. I'm going to pop the royal blue in to stitch, because I think I might have a go. I'm not in a hurry, but I might have a go at top stitching over the red. So I'll just pop this one on. I think I've been naughty and I've popped a bit of navy in the... That was not touching my head as wood. That was actually me looking for my glasses. I've popped a bit in the bottom, and it will be fine to do this morning. Just grab this bit back out. And we'll hop onto the machine. Here we go. That was me taking my wallet out of my back pocket. It's sitting in there, ready to go, and yes, it's not going to fit with me in the store. All right, just thread up. So I've got my zipper foot on. I've got my wide feed dog slot bed plate on, and then I can pop this underneath here. There are so many different ways to put in a zip, isn't there? I constantly watch heaps of different ones. So, like, I can already see that if I run my machine, there we go. If I run mine, just starting off here, with my needle all the way across on my Bernina, and this is a 9mm wide throat, and I have remembered to put the jaw feed on this morning, I've got a generous 1/4 inch. And so, but everyone is different. If you've got a smaller feed dog, you're going to have a smaller foot, your smaller one. So I think this, oh, it's gone right over. Did I mean to go over that far? No. Oh, so that's right over. I can go less than that. There we go. So a generous 1/4 inch. But you can see what I mean. Everyone's is different. So I think it's really good if we have a bit of a, I did put it on, didn't I? Yeah. A bit of leeway in the pattern, so it just accommodates everyone. I just have to explain it well with diagrams, and now coloured diagrams, because I think we need a little bit of colour going on. So we'll just move that zipper pull up there and then come all the rest of the way down. And one thing too, just when you start putting the zippers in, you might want to just go back and remember do that little tacking stitch at the end, on each end, so that when you get all excited and you're getting through everything, that you don't have your zip pull come off the end. So there we go. How's that? That's going to look gorgeous. So on the other side, this is where we're going to work out the other one. Now I do need to come back and top stitch this. Have a look at this now though. I was talking about doing it in the blue, but if I have a look here now, there are actually little lines in my design that I could use to top stitch, and I've got that beautiful mustardy orange colour in there, but I think the red right in that, can you see that, just in that little twin line there? That's going to be a fantastic guide for me to drop a top stitch into, rather than coming through and doing it right through this little pattern at the top. So just keep that in mind too. Have a look if there's a line that you can use that actually is still sitting within your zip tab. That might be a better option for you than a straight one if you're using a patterned fabric like this. Okay, so we will just give this a little press, and then I'll just show you this little working out the back bit, and then we'll come back and all look gorgeous. I'm actually going to Wonderful this week. I don't know what state Jen's going to be in. She's just been at H&H trade show in America this week. So I said to her, maybe I won't come on Monday, Tuesday. I'll come Thursday when you can see straight. But I'm going this week. I think I mentioned to you I want to start getting in for us the variegated version of confetti, which is tutti frutti, and also because of our upcoming this year 100 block, we're using all the Northcote, 100 Northcote colours, solid colours, and I need to take the packs with me and stand there and choose all the colours. But it'll be great to catch up with Jennifer. We need to get in their magnetic gold threads as well, so lots on. I'm taking the Colour Muse with me. Miss Mum, Pam's coming with me because her colour sense is just, doesn't sew, but colour-wise she's amazing. So, alright, there you go. So that's in there, and now we've got to pop on this top bit. So this is my bit now that's going to sit here. And now we're going to choose this bit that goes down the back. So I'm going to cut a generous sized piece, and also keeping in mind that I am going directional, I need to really make it a generous sized piece because I want my Aztec stuff going that way. So I'm going to, wow, it does have to be tall, doesn't it? That's okay because it's going to be the lining pieces as well. So if I do that, like that, I'm going to have another piece up here. Yeah, I'm going right up here, and that's okay because really the only other piece I need off this is going to be the thin bit for the inside gusset, and I don't mind if the lines, the motifs go that way at that end. I will get a more realistic size cut piece for you in the pattern, but I can be quite generous here now and do that. pop that bit aside. And we'll turn around this way, pop these up here. This might be a really good idea actually, just to emphasize how this is going to work, because if I cut a 9.5 down here, nine and a half wide, I'm going to leave that whole piece, the whole shebang. Don't, I know what you're doing. What did it say? I know what you're doing. He's writing me messages. Ah, okay.
Is that what you thought?
Yeah. That's what I thought. It's little cryptic messages about farm and chickens and stuff. I can hear him out the back. Okay. So let's see what I mean. I'm going to be able to put these on, chop off what I don't want. I'll be able to use this for one of the other ones or for a lining on another pocket. So this is really good. So again, pop this down. So this goes here and this goes here. And then all that will happen when I've done this, sewn these together, that will flip up and this bit stays down. And that's what I said, it forms that bit that your hand goes in and touches at the back. And then we'll be able to trim it off. And then you'll be able to do that with the next pocket up and just repeat it. So I'll sew this on here. It's all a little bit of a flip around, isn't it? Because you think, oh yeah, that goes there, but I want to sew it from the other side. The patterns always do say, pop that down. And then pop, no, I can't do it this morning. That way, and then put this over the top. Helps if you have a diagram. When you do this, just watch this. Make sure these line up here. If you have a go this weekend, just make sure you've got that lined up. All right, between the pocket you've just done and the next piece that you're putting on. I mean, if you're being really generous, you can trim your sides as well later, but that needs to go there. Anyway, I'll do this bit. And listen, thank you so much, just in advance, for spending this morning with me. And thank you for all your support over the last couple of weeks. And I don't just mean those that have actually visited us. I'm not going to say lucky to be, that have been geographically, oh, look at that, I've got to make sure that pattern lines up. Not geographically challenged to come, even though some of you did defy all those odds. But thank you for all your support. Rob and I've had lovely emails from people everywhere, the girls in England, everywhere, Carla, everyone wishing us all the best for the next chapter of Chandler's Cottage after 12 months of Rob spreading 26 cubic metres of mulch. That's one of my favourite stats at the moment. And it's just been lovely. And we have had so much support, you know, from all of you. I was just thinking yesterday about Mum and I, like, pruning roses. And we got to the point where we were pruning roses with chainsaws and pruning saws and things. No, it's not chainsaws, pruning saws. And we, you know, we've just, so many people have really helped us get this place ready. It's just been lovely. A word of wisdom from Bridge every now and then with me going, what is this in the garden coming up now? But it's just been really lovely. And we're coming up to 12, we are on 12 months. And not of moving in, but of being here. And so we're seeing sort of the second cycle of the seasons go through. And that's really nice to get that whole seasonal rhythm thing going on. Gee, I've been talking too much. I'm really hoping I've got this right. You're going to have to forgive me if I've got them around the wrong way. I think we're okay. So there's our little zippy coming up, a zip pull, a little cat. He's quite chunky. Oh no, I pushed the wrong button. Hang on. Oh, now I'll just pull him around. I pushed the wrong button. He's quite chunky, so you're going to have to really stop and move him. Oh, push the wrong button. again. I might need to redo this seam with a photo. There we go. Oh yeah, it's dodgy. It's officially dodgy. Okay, so it is a bit wonky. I'll fix it. There we are. Now, probably in hindsight, just because I was talking, what I did intend to do, I'm pretty sure, was talk to you about stabilizing this bit as well, but not with the Palin. I would just pop weft on this. So I'll go back and re-sew that, but I'm going to pop weft just behind this bit to stabilize it. I don't want a lot, as I said, because we've got a lot of stuff going on here. Let's give him a little press though to show you. But that probably just would have sat, oh, it's not too bad, is it? Sat a little bit better. I'm not sure now. I think so. Just a little bit of weft in there. Keep it all nice and sturdy. There you go. So that's that first pocket in. And then you can see I can just turn this now and trim. I don't need to worry about dimensions or anything because this needs to be here. There you go. That's done. Now, what I would do at this stage, or I'd suggest you do if you're going to have a crack this weekend, get straight into it after a cuppa. Trim this. I can do a little bit of a trim there on my blue as well by the look of it. Trim this down and then do a little tacking stitch for me across here so that it holds it together, okay? Once this is done, you're literally at ground zero and you start again. So now what you'll do, exactly what I've just done, but this time you'll treat this as your whole bottom pocket. Don't worry about this being in here now, it's done. So you do it again. You will put your zip across the top again. You will have the bit that sits above it again. You will have the pocket lining at the back again, and you'll just be able to go through and go, okay, this is now the size of my pocket. I will cut another bit of fabric that will be the right size. Not that bit. You'll cut another bit of pocket, the back that goes to the back. You put them right sides together, so the bottom to your zip. Then put the next bit, and I've already got that cut to go across here, and a generous backing piece to go behind. You just keep going and treat that now as one whole pocket. Don't worry about the fact it's got a zip in it, okay? That's the way to put it together. So I'm going to, as I said, finish this one. I will have the front and the gusset and everything on of the black one, so we can just come back and finish it off with the back pocket on Thursday night, and then we'll have two different ones done. And then I can put them up in the shop and show them to you if you have a chance to pop in. The pattern will be done as well, okay? So I really hope you have a go, but I just, look at these fabrics. They're really gorgeous. So I really hope you have a go. If you want to scroll back down through Facebook, I'm not sure if it actually ended up on YouTube, but do have a look. We did one about 2 months ago as well in a beautiful hexagon fabric. It's a wider one, and it would be more of a hobby sewing bag that you would take with you, not one that you would actually put on the D-rings. But again, I'll have all that ready to show you how that last bit works on Thursday, okay? Bit of a teaser, not intentional, but we will definitely finish it off on Thursday night. And next Sunday morning, we're going to have a bit of fun, and we're going to be playing with all the new Liberty Cottons that are sitting over there that have just come in, and I've got some new English paper piecing stuff for you as well. That's sort of taking something we've had, we're going to do it a little bit different and a little bit bigger. So that'll be next weekend, okay? It's all planned out. And I hope to see you if you can come down next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just make sure, please, you're on that mailing list so you find out what we're up to this week, okay? Thank you for joining me. Have you all left? Oh no, you're all still here. Thank you, Carla. I think a trimming post-super installation. Yes, exactly. Yes, that's right, Carla. Trimming is a really good idea. You're most welcome, Joe. Thank you, everybody. That's, yeah, lovely. I'll go through and read your messages when I get a chance this afternoon. In the meantime, might see you at the quilt show this morning. All right, have a lovely day. Bye, everyone.